a way to describe the action and the look of this film and how I felt when I left the cinema, and all I could come up with was, holy f***ing balls.
I was going to say effing awesome. It's got to be
I
something
never
like that, right?
actually swear, but I just couldn't. I just did on camera.
Right now.
And I couldn't get my head around what I saw.
It happens at you, doesn't it, Matt? It's like it just goes boom, boom,
just
boom.
like, and
It's
never
brilliant.
ending. How would you describe what people will see when they go
It's
into
relentless, but it's a relentless explosion of imagery, and every single shot is like a photograph. If you take it out, it's beautiful. And it's a relentless barrage and orchestration of like impossible feats of stunt work, and it just looks beautiful, and you know that it has a pedigree because actually everything that you were watching has genuinely happened on the day. So it's not, there's no tricks really of CGI.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cuts. There's a lot of shots. You know, and
you can feel it, can't you? You can
it's
feel
visceral.
that it looks like it hurts.
It does hurt.
Yeah,
it does.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
I was going to ask, like, I know safety is obviously paramount on this movie, and George Miller would have looked after everyone. But is there ever a moment when you get scared?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. Him not so much because he's obviously Ali.
Well, I just
and
have
he's
to just try and not show it. So maybe I'm a bit better at that.
I'm
than
allowed
Tommy.
to say that because I'm the vulnerable speaker of the band. I'm like the front man of the Mad Max band. I can say, you know, like I've got the girly front. And it's like, but yeah, I myself, and I know that he did as well. But he can't say that.
The good thing though is that Max is human, so he is slightly frightened of jumping from one vehicle to another. So you can play on that.
Yeah, we did actually play on the fear a lot actually as well.
He's not a superhero.
And that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
You know, everything costs. There's a risk. You know, and in much in the same way that I used to watch Harrison Ford when I was a kid, and he was somebody that I utterly enjoyed growing up when I was youngster, watching like Indiana Jones and whatnot. He was one of those sort of man's men for me, whatever that means. You know, it's totally subjective, but he was a man's man to me, and everything was, you know, if he didn't have to be brave, he wouldn't be brave. He would go around the outside, or if there was a genuine jump that he couldn't make, he wouldn't be happy about it. We could see that, and it humanised it, made it funny, and at the same time, I became closer and drawn into that action because there was a cost.
Definitely.
You know,
that's
so-
how I feel, and that's what I've been saying about a lot of movies these days, is when there's so much CG, I kind of check out.
Yeah,
because
same here.
it becomes white noise, and I don't believe it, I don't get sucked in. This movie is on a whole nother level.
Great.
It's
and
cool,
Max,
right?
It's so cool. And Max is such a mythic character, especially growing up in Australia. What is the coolest thing about playing Mad Max?
George Miller, actually, being able to transmute George Miller's vision, because I mean, all of this has come from the inside of one man's mind. Everything, you know, and his signature detail is on everything, isn't it? From literally every nut and bolt on each vehicle, right through to every haircut, through to, you know, every line. He's lived and breathed this world for so long. It's an utter pleasure to see a man's mind manifest and transmuted onto the big screen in such an epic way, and that he's fulfilled that promise to himself to a certain degree. And I know he'll never be happy. So even this to him, it could just be better. For us, you know,
Like
we went on the
how?
journey, exactly. But you know, for us, we look at that and go, I mean, he couldn't explain to us on the floor quite what I've seen him achieve.
Yeah.
And so we were like, what do you need us to do, George? You know, we'll do anything, what do you need? And he would explain, and we tried everything, you know, to get there. And I'm just really proud to be part of such an amazing ensemble where he's used every department, design, DOPs, right to the lighting, costume, the stunts, the drivers. I mean, everything has been just blue chip, and it's wonderful to see it come from a grassroots. I think it was $750,000 or something was his very first film, and he cut it in his kitchen, and now he's got blue chip at Warner Brothers.
And it still has the same feel, though.
And an extension thereon. You know, you can see that he hasn't. That it's as deep as it is lateral as it is an explosion of, you know, popcorn munching.
Yeah.
Blockbuster.
Yeah.
But there's, like you said, there is a mythology to it, and this is something that, you know, George lives and breathes, and it's very important to him. And so it's lovely to have an action movie with actual general gravitas and wealth, like a wealth of and a breadth of depth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I really appreciate as a moviegoer myself, and I don't get the same when I watch action movies these days. Apart from working with Chris Nolan, I don't really get that from movies these days. I'm bored.
And I get a lot of hate for saying that, but I'm like, I just
That's all right.
don't get into it.
I'm bored as well. I fell asleep in something which people love the other day, but I just, you know, I switched off. I've got an Xbox for that.
I was thinking, like, what do I need to buy tomorrow at the grocery store? I need milk, I need this. you know, I just check out completely. But this one.
But I think that's
had
what
me
some
in.
people do legitimately need to do, is go to a movie theatre to check out, and there's a legitimate understanding for that. Though I think it'd be hard to go to Fury Road and check out because it's relentless. And
Just at you all the time.